Hey, everybody, welcome back. Oh, I am here today with Esateys. She is just fantastic, sharing so much. And we've been talking about joy and a lot of other fun stuff. Could you take a moment, please, and share with everyone your information, how they can learn more about you and reach you, and tell us a bit what you do with your coaching and mentoring?
Okay. Thank you for that opportunity. Well, my website is my name. It's esateys.com. It's esateys.com. And on there, it shares a little bit about what it is that I do and who I am. But what I really focus on is working with people individually, in groups, and as well as doing retreats and seminars where I really support them in seeing what's kept them from their joy. What are those hidden blocks? What are those things that we don't know that we don't know? And so many times I work with people that are going through so much, but they don't know that they have other choices. And I show them and work with them in ways that allows them to do certain exercises, certain processes, different ways of being able to frame what it is what's going on. I help them really see it from a bigger viewpoint, so they're not down in the trenches in so much pain and suffering. So I work with people in virtually every walk of life, everything from CEOs to stay-at-home moms to anyone. And I work with people that are going through tremendous amounts of grief. And I work with people that have money issues and people that have relationship issues. I actually have a site called ultimaterelationship.com, but most of everything is on esateys.com. It makes it easier. And I do retreats. I just completed one here in the Portland area called Relationship Mastery. It was awesome. I'm doing another one in California in May, and one that's open to the public in June in California as well. So I will go wherever it is that someone needs support, wherever it is that they're not really experiencing joy. If you don't have joy in every area of your life and you aren't living in a state of harmony and peace, then there's work to do from my viewpoint. I mean, that's the way I look at myself every day. It's like, okay, what do I have going on? That's where I need to go. And I think, including myself, having mentors and people that can really support me in seeing what I don't see, especially in business, I don't know what I'd do without them, because we live in a world of interaction and integration with each other, and I love that piece.
Yes. And as we discussed earlier, so much of joy is, you mentioned it's what we perceive, and it's the mindset. And that is just so true, isn't it? I mean, that's a huge statement.
It is really a huge statement. And I have repeatedly, having worked with literally thousands of people in my own coaching and retreats and my public speaking, because I've done a lot of public speaking, I've found that we all have the same thing going on. We see things through the place that we learn to see things. We have programs and beliefs and concepts that come from what I call recycled ignorance. We don't know that there's another option so much of the time, or if we know that, we don't know how to get to it. We don't know how to do what it is that's necessary to really make a difference in the way we see it. People say to me all the time, well, I'd like to see that different, but I have no clue how to do that. I'm hurting, and this is the way it is. And he said that to me, and she did this to me, and I can't pay my bills, and my kids are on drugs. And what do you mean, see it from a different perspective? That's what's going on. And that's when I love being there with people, because we have to kind of shake things up a little bit and say, okay, that's the way you're seeing it, but what if this was an option? Or what if that was an option? Or what if we just saw it from a different viewpoint? Or what if we said, what's great about this that I haven't seen yet? We have to break the pattern of what's going on, because we get in these programs and we become like endless loops. Paula, have you, I certainly know I have, ever had something just run through your head over and over and over again? You know, those things, what, God, I wish I'd done that differently, or I could have said
Yeah.
this, or I could have done that.
Yes.
We all do that.
Yes.
And they become ways that we are so caught up, and they then become the way that we live. And so that can be from a lower vibration of negativity, and we start attracting more of that to us.
Yeah.
Unless we reach a place where we are really experiencing things from the eyes of love, the eyes of joy, we're going to hurt. We're going to suffer. And I help people get through that in a really beautiful way. And one way is the way that I said, just feel what it is that you're feeling there. Another is what I just said a moment ago. Ask yourself, what's great about this that I haven't seen yet? Or ask yourself, what's another perspective about this?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean the other one has to go away, because sometimes we're really attached to it, but rather we just open ourselves up to, well, there's 3 or 4 different pathways I could take with this. If I see them all, then I can make a choice that's different than just a one-way narrow street.
Yes.
And that gives us an opening, because when we open up the energy of what it is that we're really caught or stuck in, then change can occur. And when the change occurs, our core essence comes forward. You are joy. I am joy. We are life. Life is joy. And an analogy I use is like having a diamond. And so we have a diamond, and we just somehow have layers of shellac over it. And so as we become more self-aware, we start peeling those, we start scraping the levels of shellac off until suddenly you see a bright, shining diamond, the star, who you are, that incredible joy that never has gone away, can't go away. And all we need to do is be able to see under those layers, so we are experiencing the truth of ourselves rather than the illusions that we so many times live in.
Yes. And we can, create illusions, or let others create illusions of what we should be or things we should have. I mean, so many times in life, material things can affect, our joy. But that joy is really within us, and it is there. I love that. Just peel down to it. I love it.
Yeah, it is really something when when you start to embrace, I am joy.
Yes.
I am joy. I am joy. It starts to break away those things like you were just saying, which was really brilliant. We're born, we have a white, clean slate. And what happens is that we come in and we start hearing, you do this, you do that, this is the right way, this is the wrong way, you get punished if you do this. And we are programmed with the belief systems that our parents or whomever were taught, and they were taught by whomever they were taught, and so we just keep repeating that pattern. But we have the ability to completely break free of that, and when you do, you become like a really happy, joyful person, like me, a really joyful, happy person. And it doesn't mean that things don't happen, but the way we be with what happens is what's completely changed.
Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. We have just a couple minutes left in the show. Are there some final words you want to leave with everyone today that you'd really like them to think about today?
Whoa. That's a big question.
Yes, that is.
What I support people in doing is being more kind, more compassionate, and more gentle with themselves. So much of our pain and our detachment from joy is based on these incredible, intense ways that we judge ourselves, and we judge all of life. When we start with ourselves, when we start with being kind and loving towards us, our defense mechanisms quiet down. And it means that we are not so hurtful to anyone or anything, because the minute we are, we feel badly, and that immediately takes us away from our joy. We feel good when we are loving, when we are kind, when we are gentle, when we're compassionate, when we're open-hearted, when we're giving, when we're in service. And when we really start to make that a commitment and a passion of ourselves, then what happens is our body feels safer. We feel safer in the world. When we feel safer, we feel more joyful. We feel more comfortable. And when we do that, they can't have anything occur but to experience more of the joy of who we truly are and the joy of life. And for many, it takes a little bit of a journey. For others, that quickly. There's no law that says you have to do this for 5 or 10 or 30 years to get to that place. It's really a shift in what it is that we think about, how we feel about it, how we frame it, and what we want to do in every moment of every day. Be present to the joy. It is always, always there. The question is, are you seeing it? Are you feeling it? Are you allowing it in to you to reflect back the truth of who you are?
Oh, and that is something that we can begin today.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what the past is, we can begin that today.
Absolutely. All the little things that we spoke about today can be very big things in creating the shift right now in this moment. Starting with any of these things, including the last thing that I just spoke about, will change everything for you. It's a beautiful, massive way to be able to really have what it is that we want and what it is that we already are. We are the joy of life. The question is, are we willing to see that? And that is a choice.
Yes, yes. Oh, I am so grateful to have had you on the show and shared you with my listeners. Oh,
Yeah.
Esateys, this has been a fantastic show, and we have to get together again.
Absolutely. I'm committed to that. I
Down
feel
the road.
so blessed
Oh,
to have you in my life and to be able to be with the people that are listening and to encourage them to recognize who they really are. You do such an amazing job, Paula, with that. You are truly a blessing and a gift to this world. And I feel honored to be your friend and to be here with you and all of these people.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for you and all of my listeners and viewers every day. And I just want to say love, hugs, and blessings. As we say
Yes.
goodbye. Love, hugs, and blessings, everyone. And we will chat with you next week. Thank you. Bye.
Bye for now.